Hey guys, Rascal here, and today I'm giving another Rascal family shout out to one of my friends, Playmaker. Now, I was supposed to do this actually a little while ago, and I don't recall why I didn't do it. Maybe because I had other things or I had other plans. I'm not sure why. But I really wanted to get this out for him because today is also his birthday. So what better way to help him than to give attention to his channel and help him get some more subscribers. Well, right now he has a little over 400, which is fantastic. But of course I would love for pretty much all my friends to get 1,000 subs, so that way not only they get community tabs, they also get a bunch of extra things to it. And I can mention them in other videos. So this is my way of helping everybody as much as I can. So, you've seen Playmaker comment quite a bit on my channel, and his own channel has quite a variety of things on there. And mostly, though, he focuses on Spider-Man, Star vs. the Forces of Evil, a little bit of My Hero Academia, and usually audio can come from various sources. So for here, one of his biggest things that he loves on here is the Spider-Marco casting, which is from my MCU version from about last year, I believe, year before last, when I had rebooted the MCU, and one of the castings I left the same was Marco Diaz as Spider-Man, and he absolutely loved that casting so much. He had dedicated so much of his channel to it in the beginning, and it was pretty awesome. And then as the channel matured and it went further along, he started having a Spider-Marco family, basically, which kind of takes inspiration from Into the Spider-Verse and other Spider-Man media like the Tobey Maguire movies, the Tom Holland movies, and even a little bit of the Andrew Garfield movies, which I think was a pretty awesome way. And I'm very flattered he loves that casting so much he would base his little Playmaker production universe around it for that part of it. So for Playmaker's channel itself, other than that, it is mostly Star Versus and Spider-Man, and how he keeps having these Star Versus characters do various things. It's sort of like, in a way, it's almost like a sitcom in itself. Like a superhero sitcom, and just like different things happening here. Like they're constantly dealing with Toffee, or they used to deal with Ludo, or how these shows are kind of like others. There's a parallel to Star Wars or Marvel. And there's even some points where he even has SpongeBob SquarePants, or it's pretty much his favorite show ever. He's got a bit of DuckTales. He has callbacks to old nostalgic shows from Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon. And another one of his favorites would be Danny Phantom, which I see lots of crossovers for Star and Danny on there as well, which is a pretty awesome idea in itself. Now, the videos he makes, they're rather very simple, and they can get a lot out of you really quickly. They're maybe a little over a minute. And the only time they're longer is if he's creating movies. Like, for instance, he has two Spider-Marco movies, I should say. One is just the regular one that's based off I believe the third movie, the one with the original Venom, and then one with Spider-Marco Origins, the movie, where it shows how Spider-Marco got his powers in the style of the first Spider-Man movie, which was pretty good, I must say. Other things he had on here is basically like shorter randomness videos, things that could be YouTube Shorts. That's a new feature they've added to the site. Some of them are pretty much jokes for the Rascals, other things for MHA, and they're really awesome ideas. I have to say, he's very creative when it comes to it. Now, I will tell you, he can get a lot of videos out at a time, so there's kind of this thing where I usually have to catch up. And there was a point where I was actually up to date where I could watch them the same day until I took a break. But he can get a lot of content out pretty fast and pretty efficient. So you can pretty much go from having one video to watch to maybe 5 or 6. And he takes a lot of care and time into them as he sets up these little scenarios for Star and Marco, or for the MHA characters, or SpongeBob, Danny Phantom, and so forth. And I've featured him in some of my videos you may be seeing. His Rascal Sona is Mirio Togata from My Hero Academia. And I pretty much thought that fit him better because of how kind he is, and that made me think of Playmaker, even though at that time we were still a little new to each other at the time he joined. But that's what kind of rubbed off on me when interacting and talking. And this was even before he started uploading videos. He came off some of that character, which is why I thought that would make a great Rascal Sona for him. Now, for the rest of his content, like I said, it's basically that. He does have some things that are longer, like if he's doing the 1 hour loops of something as a joke, like people have on YouTube. If it's just going on and on for an hour, it's like, how can this character last this long? And other times, as I said, it has to do with his Playmaker Productions universe, and where he's the son of a Power Ranger and is a Power Ranger himself, which is actually pretty cool. Sometimes he features General Phoenix and Evan York, or even Batman characters. It kind of varies. In other Rascals like Meet Myself, or Looney Cat, or Deadly. It pretty much all depends on the story he's going to tell with the video, but he manages to get some of his friends in there, and a lot of characters he loves as well. And I really think he deserves many more subscribers. I mean, I am grateful that he has gotten over 400, and he's almost at the halfway point to gain over 1,000. But I think he could definitely use some help in that and gain more attention to his channel, because I don't see a lot of people talk about him. Like he comes up a little bit, like in a few of the Rascal videos, but as far as, talking and, having more crossovers, it's not as much as I thought. Maybe because not a lot of people still watch MHA, though I have seen an increase in that in the Rascals. More Rascals are getting to the show, which is great. And it takes a while for them to catch up to where his character comes in to add him in. But regardless, I really want to help him get some more views and subscribers and more people that love the things he loves. So if you like SpongeBob, Spider-Man, Marvel, Batman, of course, Rascal Family content, or even my casting of Marco Diaz as Spider-Man. If you really love that casting as much as him, you definitely want to check out his channel for that content. And people were kind of asking about Luna. And in case you haven't asked Playmaker himself, I can give you a brief explanation. Luna's sort of the fan child of Star and Marco. And it came from Tumblr, I believe, when I was on there. And these two women had created a whole AU where Star and Marco rule over Kingdom of Muni, and Luna was their daughter, and they had adventures. And unfortunately, the comic stopped being made when the two sort of went their separate ways and had a bit of a falling out, unfortunately. So Playmaker uses that art and uses the character, which is very adorable, by the way, and uses her in the different stories for the Spider-Marco stories in the movies and other shorts featuring them. And I think that was pretty much a great idea, so it kind of keeps that concept alive of the character, because I kind of wish they did something like that in the regular series, instead of just kind of rushing the ending. Because for his universe, it pretty much does take place at the time for the end of the series, when Muni and Earth became one dimension, which was a creative idea. And I do like some of the ideas he's had, where it's like alternate ideas, like what would have happened if... different things, like Marvel's What if different things happen where you had a more tearjerker ending or more satisfying conclusion. Because for me, I don't think anything ruined Starco for me. I just think that they rushed it a bit and it didn't need it. Because Playmaker is a hardcore Starco shipper, obviously, and I am too. I kind of don't agree with the people hating on the ship because of it. I don't like how they wrote the end of the season. I don't like how they ended the show, really. But to me, that doesn't really matter for the ship. I still love the ship. I just think they rushed it a little too much when it was doing just fine at the pace it was going. And I'm glad to see that Playmaker feels the same, and he really loves this ship too, because, hey, I mean, look at his banner. It's literally Starco on the front. I mean, you can't get any better than that. So, made this video for him, and I really hope that he has a happy birthday. If you're watching this, Playmaker, thank you for being such a great friend, great YouTuber, great Rascal family member, great pretty much of everything. We really appreciate you, and you take the time to watch my stuff and other Rascals things. And, oh wait, something really important I gotta tell you too, just in case you didn't see. Playmaker is Christian, like me, so there's even some videos that have, videos he made for his church that have to do with God. So if you like to check those out, those are fairly well done, especially the ones where he adds images to songs, and you kind of can just see like a visual representation of the lyrics being sung. And I think they're very well done and really show his passion and faith towards God. If you're interested in seeing that, you can check those out too, along with the other content I mentioned previously. So with that, I want to say happy birthday, Playmaker. Hope you have an awesome day. I hope you love this video, and I hope you get tons of new subscribers and followers and friends from this. And I'll see you guys next time. Later.